Aferry hit 2 yachts, sinking one of them, and ran aground off the Isle of Wight this morning, sparking a search and rescue operation. Three boats from the RNLI and Bembridge Coastguard were looking for anyone in the water after reports of cries were heard from the harbour. The collision took place 40-50 meters from shore at East Cowes, with the passenger ferry coming to a hard stop. An air unit was launched to help with the search, but the low visibility forced the team to return to ground. The Red Falcon Ferry could be clearly seen from shore, but one of the smaller vessels which was struck has sunk, according to witnesses at the scene. The ferry, which was carrying passengers between Southampton and East Cowes, Isle of Wight, was grounded off the East Cowes Esplanade. There are 56 people on board the ferry, but it is not known whether or not the yacht was manned.Editor of the Island Echo Darren Toogood said, "People have heard cries for help," witnesses. There's a search to rule out people in the water. Initial information was that the boat was tied up, so they want to rule out there are people there. The ferry's aground completely.It so close I can get the ferry's wifi.It's high tide now, so it won't move for another 12 hours. Cowes RNLI Lifeboat, Ventnor Coastguard Rescue Team are involved in the search.The Maritime and Coastguard Agency said in a statement. Just after 8 a.m. today, Coastguard received reports that the Red Falcon Ferry had collided with at least 2 yachts whilst trying to berth at the entrance of Cowes Harbour during heavy fog. At around the same time we received a 999 call from a member of the public reporting that he'd heard cries for help within Cowes Harbour. We are currently carrying out an extensive search of the area with Cowes RNLI Lifeboat, Calshot RNLI Lifeboats, and Coastguard Rescue Teams from Bembridge, Needles, and Ventnor. A Coast Guard search and rescue helicopter was searching the area, but due to the low visibility in the area, had to turn back. The search is ongoing, and we have no further information at this stage. The ferry with 56 persons on board remains grounded at the entrance at Cowes. Those persons on board are safe and well. The search was called off around 11:30 a.m. A statement from the Coast Guard Agency said, Coast Guard can confirm that nobody is in the water or missing in East Cowes. We made contact with person who was heard crying for help, and he is safe and well. He was on board his own vessel and calling out to try and alert the master of the ferry. In September, 3 boats were cut adrift when a car ferry from the same company ploughed through their moorings in thick fog. The cross-Solent operator previously said there are delays on the East Cowes, Southampton route due to adverse weather. The ferry is now being pulled into East Cowes Harbour after being refloated and passengers will soon be allowed off. A UK Coast Guard spokeswoman said, "We have now finished dealing with the incident. There were no casualties and no emergency services were called." "We are unable to give any further information at this time." A spokesman for the ferry company Red Funnel said, "The 0700 vehicle ferry sailing from Southampton to East Cowes came into contact with several small yachts whilst entering Cowes Harbour at 0800 this morning in dense fog." The ship, Red Falcon, is currently aground but is watertight, and no injuries have been sustained to any of the 40 passengers on board.